Hey everybody, my name is Dylan Fay, co-founder of Prkd. I'm here today with my co-founder Zack, and we are building the Airbnb of parking. Our product on the driver side allows our users to search a destination, compare available listings, and book their ideal space within seconds. On the host side, our users can easily list their space, adjust their space details on the fly, and sit back and earn extra income. Our business model is simple. The driver books a space, we keep a 20% fee, and then we pay out the rest to the host. Now, our adoption strategy is city acquisition, where we try to conquer a city one by one. And currently right now, we're focused on Miami, and that's our main focus right now. And the problem in Miami is that parking is extremely expensive, super inconvenient, and almost impossible to find. And here we show you a screenshot of a search in a parking search in Miami set to a 1 hour duration on Prkd and our two biggest competitors. As you can see, we have way more available spots, and this is due to the larger supply of privately owned parking spaces as opposed to commercial lots or garages. And you can also see that our price is way cheaper, and that's due to our competitive marketplace model. So our hosts can set their own price and it creates a competitive market. Now here's just a timeline of our company. We officially launched our iOS app in March of 2020, which was at the start of the coronavirus. And while this hurt us, we actually used it to our advantage to focus on host acquisition during this time so that we would have the supply to meet the demand once things got back to normal. And later in that year, we ended up getting our first booking in October of 2020. And now that we move into 2021, we're focused on the development of our web application. And we also recently received our 10th booking. In Miami, currently we have 89 total listings and 577 total listings across the country. And to date, we've received 10 bookings with average booking cost of $59.11. We're currently seeking our pre-seed investment of $150,000, and these funds will be used to make key hires and also expedite our growth. Thank you for watching. Here's our contact information if you're interested.
Awesome. All right. Well, look, parking is a problem, whether we have real cars or self-driving cars. But let me ask you, assuming that the world of self-driving cars happens, does Prkd turn into an API? Is that something you think about? How does that change the dynamics of how Prkd works? I'm just curious how the future looks for you.
Yeah, so that we assume is at least a couple of years down the road, and we have done some thinking about that. And one really interesting idea that we had was, so something like Uber or Lyft would end up becoming extremely big because they just have self-driving cars everywhere. You won't really need to have your own car if they can have a car to you within seconds or minutes. So at that point, that self-driving fleet's still going to need to park somewhere. And so one idea we had is that we could partner with someone like Lyft or Uber, and we would have our host have them park their spot at our host's house, so that no matter where you are, there's a self-driving car within seconds of you. So we'll have them embedded in residential areas and everything like that, so that anytime anyone needs an Uber, it's there in seconds. So that's one idea we had when it came to self-driving.
Yeah, for sure. After the cars drop you off, they need to park somewhere.
Right.
Talk to me a little bit about how you think about going after individual hosts that have like an empty spot in front of their house or something like that versus parking operators and people, or even people that own parking lots. Because I think the people that own the lots are not always the same people that are the operators. Right. So talk to me about where that fits into sort of the business and whether you want to avoid them or if they're part of the plan.
Yeah, so they actually are part of the plan. Currently, we haven't distinguish between the two when it comes to advertisements. We've just been advertising to host, and we have had success getting both residential, like just privately owned spots, as well as some people that are larger operators of lots and garages in downtown Miami have also put their garage on the platform in order to fill up some of those vacancies. So we have been able to see both use the same platform in the same way and get different outcomes. So like a single spot is treated as a single spot, but when you post a garage, each spot is also treated separately so that they could fill those vacancies quite easily.
Got it. And then so this will bring me to maybe my last question or second last question, which is, what technology, if someone's parking in a commercial garage where there's a gate and there's you have to be able to let into the garage without paying the garage, or maybe someone, a host probably has like a garage door or something maybe that needs to be open. How are you going to planning to tackle all the sort of technology issues and things that could be inhibitors to just, the friction of parking?
Right. Well, they currently have that type of technology that I think it taps into the Bluetooth connectivity of the different garages and gates, and as well as right through an app. The only thing that's stopping us from using that would be money. It's pretty expensive, and to build a proprietary solution would probably even be more expensive, as it's pretty complex. But there is that technology available, and we can implement it once we have the proper resources to do so.
Got it. Understood. And then I guess my last question, how do you think about acquiring users? Like, how do people find out about the parkers? How do the car parkers find out about parks?
Right. So that's where, like, with the current pandemic and everything, is kind of putting a dampering on getting actual people to park, because parking is not such a huge issue. Like the Google Trends for parking searches is down 30% from the start of coronavirus, but it's now starting to trend back up. So our next plan is to just implement Google ads and things along those lines. And the reason why we're focusing on our web app development is because currently, with just the iOS app, when we need to get someone to park or when we're advertising to them, they would see the Google ad, and then there would be another barrier where they need to download the app, sign up, and all that. So the way we're setting up the web app is, if they search parking in Miami, they click our ad, Miami will already be searched and all those spots will be there. So it would be a real easy onboarding process, and there won't be many barriers for them. So we think that's really going to increase our bookings as well.
Awesome. All right. That's exciting. And I hope to make it to Miami soon. I feel like all the smart people have already gone there, so I gotta follow suit.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.